Alright, so
However,
landed.
don't count the hitchhiking all the way to the next city. Sometimes getting around this small country can take a bit of a work. I have a little dilemma here. So the bus schedule on the internet website, thebusschedule.com, is not correct. Apparently there's a bus leaving at 4 o'clock to Titiran. From Titiran, there's a connecting to Canis. From Canis to Liberia. Wow. That is not correct. Today's bus leaves at 5:30. I decided to hop on even though I may or may not able to get the corresponding bus to the next connection. I may have to end up on the street, so let's hope that doesn't happen. So what's happening right now is it seems like the bus goes back and forth. It's almost like I'm almost at the curve. The total ride takes only about 3.5 hours, but there is multiple transfers. You'll see. I finally made it to can't even remember the name of the city actually, but apparently the bus hasn't left yet, so we are going to Canis, and I hope from there I can get to Liberia. I'm really hope to get there. By the way, sometimes there will be travel agents bus stop that will lie to you that bus is either cancelled or not connecting to Liberia. Ignore it. This is how they try to sell hotel rooms. So, do your research and make sure you got the most up-to-date bus schedule. Also, don't worry if the bus is completely pitch dark during most of your trip. So, feel free to fool around if you got a partner. So after all, I'm able to go to Liberia tonight. I'm so happy. Everything tour agent told me is bullshit, and I'm just so happy. I don't want to say anything bad anymore. I just don't want to curse him. I'm able to go to Liberia tonight. Let's enjoy the ride. Finally, I reached my sponsor hotel, which generously provide me with a comfortable accommodations. They are just 10 minutes bus ride from the downtown with easy access to many local attractions, including the shopping district. The best of all, the parking is free, along with a large ranch area for those who love natures, and a pool for you to relax. Of course, extremely comfortable rooms at a great price. So, have a good night, because I definitely will. Next day, get your bathing suits ready because we are going to 2 nearby national parks. First, Santa Rosa National Park, and if you got time, the most inexpensive option is by bus from Liberia. So this is where you're going to pick up a bus ticket to go to Santa Rosa. Now the schedule is up there behind me, but remember this. Also ask when is a returning bus, or else you'll be sleeping there or end up hitchhiking. With that being said, let's get going. But for most of us, I recommend you book a driver for a day. It costs about $100 through most hotels, but you can always bargain. And yes, bargain hard. The main entrance of Santa Rosa National Park is 36 kilometers away, covering 38,000 hectares, and was the first national park to be established in Costa Rica in 1971. The park protects some of the last remaining tropical dry forests in the world, meaning most of the trees lose their leaves in the dry season, and the park stretches from Highway 1 all the way to Pacific Coast. Within this area are other several habitats, including oak forests, beaches, swamps, and mangrove. So I'm very happy because today we can't just go right in. The park office is closed. So I guess we have no one to pay. That is what we thought, but no, it's $15 for admissions for foreigners, and I absolutely hate it. This park also hosts the site of Costa Rica's most famous historic battle, the La Casona. This building was the site of the famous 1856 Battle of Santa Rosa, where a Costa Rican army blindsided a wrestling militia and sent them to retreat back to Nicaragua. The intruders were under the order of William Walker, a power-hungry lawyer and doctor from the United States, who planned to take over 5 Central American countries, including Costa Rica. So most of the things inside here are reproductions because the building was burned down. But it's time to continue to our next attraction. However, let's take our time to drop by many of the beautiful sights along the way. So along to our next attraction, we drop by here at the Rio Cuande. It's actually a river flowing inside a canyon. Also, to keep cool, a bathing suit will definitely come handy at times. If you're lucky enough, you're able to meet some new friends. Before you hit the parks, you can actually come here and swim. I'm training for the next Olympics, guys! Your Santa Rosa ticket also grants you the same day admission to Raccoon de Vieja National Park, so make sure to keep your tickets. Strangely, they are being inspected by a lovely staff from the Korean National Park. But first, you get a dose of snakes. No joking. It showcases all the different type of species living in the park. If you're afraid of snakes, don't worry. There's a nice long trail for you to run away and gigantic roots for you to climb. Look at the roots. The shorter La Palace Trail is a 3 kilometers route that passes through thick rainforest and some open fields. This is the most used trail because you get to see volcanic features. The first of the trail is very scenic with a short hanging bridge that crosses a river, a small waterfall, and a really thick rainforest. La Palace Trail leads you to one of the most impressive features of the park, steam vent, also called fumaroles. Raccoon de Vieja National Park is a special place because it sits on part of the Guanacaste where flat plains meet the jungle-filled mountains and encompass Raccoon de Vieja and Santa Maria volcanoes, as well as dormant Ciervo seabed. So this is actually the first of the many active volcanoes. You can see the steams coming up, and if you can smell sulfur, it means you're at the right place. Further on the trail, the forest thin out and there's more volcanic features to discover, including a mini mud volcano. Tiny bubbles from the underground heat and gases constantly chunk the thick gray mud to make it silky smooth. This volcanic mud is the same type used for body and facial masks. This is another one of the attractions. This is a laguna located on a smaller, shorter trail. Please do not go down and swim. I warned you. This is another laguna. Look how lovely it is. And you can see the bubble is coming up, so that means it's actually active. The park also has a variety of wildlife, such as over 300 species of birds, mammals seen in the park, including cougars, monkeys, kinkajous, jaguars, and many more. After the hike, it's time to enjoy some traditional Costa Rican cuisine. And there's no shortage of cheap eats if you come to a local non-tourist restaurant called Sodas. In Costa Rica, they're famous for one thing, pineapples. And this is a pineapple drink. Super refreshing. The typical meal along with a drink costs less than $2.50, and eating with the locals, free. So what I'm having right now today looks really delicious. This is rice, beans, very traditional Costa Rican food, and also that's a sweet potato, I believe, and that is chicken. And with that being said, delicious. The tour took the entire morning and big part of the afternoon, and I asked my driver to stop me at the town center. The city of Liberia is well maintained, with a nice central park and several old houses that illustrate its colonial history. But the daylight ends early, and if you ask me what to do, here's my answer. So in terms of what's in here in Liberia, this is pretty much it. There's a park, and there's a big church, and nothing else. This stunning church dates back to 1866. It's blinding white on a sunny day, typifying the whitewash fashion that earned Liberia the nickname of the White City. The building's museum includes an exhibit that illustrates Liberian art, culture, and daily life through the antique sculptures, clothes, books, and the furnitures. Surrounding the park, there is many trendy cafes, pubs, and where you can meet lovely Costa Rican ladies. The older ones. Okay, just joking. If you're hungry, there are more cheap eats. One of the most popular dishes in Costa Rica is fried chicken serving sodas. So I'm not a big fan of fried chicken, but apparently everything is closed right now. I have not had a KFC for a long time, so this is what I got. So it's $1,700, which is roughly about $350 US or so. It's not bad. I ended my night by taking a bus back to the hotel for a long deserved rest because I'd be waking up early and prepared to get wet again. I'll be hopping onto a bus towards Vegas. And by the way, take this advice if you don't want to be oven roasted. No matter how much you hate sunscreens, make sure you just wear them, or else prepare to be roasted. Ask the driver to let you off at the entrance at Yena to Cortez Waterfall. It's only a 20 minutes ride, and the best part, it's free. So the bus driver dropped us off here, right at the entrance of the waterfall, which is great because it's only 800 meters in. Let's go and check out the magnificent waterfall. We're already here, right? I think I can hear some noise and the sound of the waterfall. Man, this is a horribly exhausting hot hike. Here you go. One of the best things about visiting this waterfall is that your visit actually supports the local community. On your way to the waterfall, you come to a small group of people asking for a donation. All donation goes directly to the local school, as rural areas like this one have some of the highest poverty rate in the country. Alright, it's time for some selfie. How cool is this? But unfortunately, I can't get closer because I don't want to wet my camera. That's the only one I have. Sorry guys. Another way to support the local people is by buying some local handcraft souvenirs and keeping hydrated. Now as you can see, I'm so freaking hot right now. I have to put the towel all over me. No, I didn't convert myself into a Muslim. It's just really hot. It's really refreshing. So strongly recommended. A great way to be hydrated. For doing that, the local will love you to death. So I'm actually here with a group of Costa Ricans who offered me a ride. They're very nice. If it wasn't for them, I will have to walk 1 kilometer this way. After checking out from my hotel, it's time to ride back to the Liberia bus.